It's week 3 in the NFC. Is Atlanta go?
On first down, Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Ron Gronkowski. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. Touchdown, Falcons! Russell Gage, his first touchdown of the new season. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's go.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 21 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, 5.
Now Jones. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But they'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Good move. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved? Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this offensive line, as we all remember, allowed 50 sacks last year, tied for the second most in the NFL. They vowed new techniques, a few new players, but so far, not quite getting it done.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Blake Martinez, the Giants' leading tackler last year, in to make the stop there.
Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Brady.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Uses the stiff arm. 31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense.
He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
On 2nd and 7, Brady trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Brady under pressure, and they got to him again. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Richie Grant in on the tackle.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
7 yards there and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And his pass incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. Now, they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Brady now on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
from just shy of midfield. Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Wood. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Coup for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Out to the right here to Shepard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Jones on 1st down. Now he'll escape to his right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Open man right side is Ingram. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throw in deep for Galladay.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here comes Pettis on the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
There ain't no joker here right now.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run with Clement, and he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Corey Clement, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Jones throwing for it.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brady now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Azeez Ojulari
brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return is Pettis. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jones throwing on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Giants on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On first down, it's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Falcons on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Brady now to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Caden Smith there to make the grab.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now Jones.
Pass complete to Shepard.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
On second down, it's Gurley again.
And shedding through the tackle. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Throwing now is Brady. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.